Hey, folks, here I am. We just have a little bit of room between me and Glenn here at WMER. I'm getting ready to go on the air. So we're Facebook Live with Les, Southern Gospel Music, Memorabilia, Memories, and Ministry.
1390 AM, 93.1 FM.
We're on the air.
It's 8:08, and I am Glenn Miller, and I am the host of this insane show because it's just getting a little more insane as we speak. I have with me the one and only, yes, he is here, I told you, and he did arrive, and he brought gifts and food. Les Butler.
How you doing, Glenn?
Hey, doing great.
Good to see you, sir.
I'm
Brought you some giveaways for the radio station, and I bought some food to put into the ministry, if you know what I mean. I'm putting one into the ministry even as we speak right now.
Yes. So what's happening in the life of Les Butler? You were on a radio tour?
Radio tour, yeah. Went to Alabama yesterday and Mississippi today. Going to end up in Alabama, northern Alabama tonight, and then head home. And then not the week that we're in, but next week I'm going to be in East Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina for 3 days, and I'm going to do a radio tour out that direction. And I do that. I've done this for years. And I'll do it once a year typically. Mm-hmm. But this year I'm trying something different. I'm kind of breaking it up. Instead of like taking a week and going to 5 or 6 states, I'm taking 2 and 3 days for 4 and 5 different times and getting to go to about 10 different states doing it like that. So that's what I'm doing here, though.
Well, I mean, you know, for us, it's an honor because
Honor's mine, brother. Thank you.
I was saying earlier to a lot of to the listeners, you have many hats and you have a lot of irons in the fire. I mean,
that's why I'm bald. I keep taking one hat off and putting another hat on.
You're a promoter. You're a record producer. You have your own record company.
Yes, sir.
Butler Music Group.
Uh-huh.
You are a solo artist, and
Yep.
you are with the Old Time Preachers Quartet.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And
I'm still on the air doing radio every day, literally 7 days a week.
And of course, a lot of folks may not be aware when the Singing News Network was around.
Mm-hmm.
You were on there.
Well, I ran it for
quite a while.
I ran it for almost 20 years when it was known as the Solid Gospel Radio Network.
And you had Porch.
From Porch Fellowship.
Yes, I
Yes,
remember
sir.
that.
Yep.
And, and I guess that was where I really saw that bluegrass got an opportunity to be featured.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there was a lot of great acts. Now, I have made arrangements with my computer. The computer and I are on the same page right now.
Okay, good.
Now,
I wish I could say the same thing for my computer. We're never on the same page.
But I want to talk about the song I'm about to play.
Okay.
Heart to Heart.
Okay.
Happy Glad Day.
Yeah.
Our friend Jason was in the studio.
Yes, he was.
When they were recording.
Yeah, he and his family, they were in Nashville, and I said, well, man, we're working on a heart-to-heart record on the day that you're there. If you've got time, I don't know if you've ever been in a studio for a recording session, if that would be of interest to you. And he said yes, and so he texted me, and we got him in, and I hope he had a good time. He sure looked like he was having a good time.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, there's a lot of things that the average person, all we do is just get the CD and
Yeah.
put it in.
Yeah.
Or now it is the little things for the...
Yeah, the thumb drive. Yeah.
It's
Thumb
sort
drive.
of funny because now it's like, here we are in 2020.
Yeah.
This is a year that we'd like to forget. But
That's for
it's
sure.
so bizarre that you can just put so much music on a little thumb drive.
It's an amazing thing. I'm working on one now for the Old Time Preachers Quartet that'll have all of our music and live things that we've done that's not even on any of our CDs, that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Well, we're going to take a break, and we're going to give you the music of Heart to Heart. This is Happy Glad Day. Hey,
folks. Well, while I'm here, I'm going to have to do this if you want to see me. Not that you want to see me, mind you. But I'm at WMER, Meridian, Mississippi, with Glenn, with Jason. We're eating Chick-fil-A, and I'm still coughing because I've got a sinus infection. And I fought this entire time on the air having to cough, and I suppressed it that entire time. I'm actually very impressed with myself.
I am impressed, too. That's,
Here, I'm going to put it back on Glenn so I can eat. Here, hold on. See there? I'm going to put it back on Glenn so I can eat.
Les is eating sausage while he brought us Jesus chicken.
No, I gave you one.
I got one with chicken. Mm-hmm. But it was good.
I got one of chicken
Oh,
sandwich.
I've got sausage.
And then there's these little chicken doodad. Eat some of those.
Oh.
Doodads.
That song's hot as a pistol. It's the highest charting song they've ever had.
Really?
And they've never had a top 20. I hope it goes top 20 for them this month.
All right, so
What's in heavy rotation?
It's number 25 now.
the one that they did while I was there, well, you know, the first one they did that already charted.
Hallelujah March.
Yeah, that was the one that they did most of the time while I was there in the studio. And then they did parts of another one. It was David's, not his wife.
Yes, their friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, she broke down and cried.
Was it the,
And, you know, it meant
he
so
hears
much.
our cries?
Yeah. Because
Or he hears our tears?
Yeah, because she told us a story about,
have to see the
about her
CD.
husband's death and everything that
Yeah.
happened around that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm hoping that may be one of the releases.
It's in the running.
Is Fields of Grace one of your own?
I do their radio promotion.
Oh, okay.
I don't produce them.
I was just,
I produce what you're hearing there.
yeah. I was just going to play Boat in the Boat.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
So,
They're part of this tour. I brought you some of their stuff in the bag.
Yeah, they got a new project coming out.
Heard a little bit of it. It's really good.
Is that
No, it's not done yet.
okay?
what about, are you working on anything other, like what you've got out now? You can't.
Well, I'm finishing up my new record like next week, actually.
Oh, okay.
And Lord, I'm blessed on that one. I can't believe the songs the Lord gave me. I cannot believe them.
I did read the article that you on Facebook about the guys in terms of like all of y'all can do solo ministry also, correct?
In the quartet, Old Time Preachers Quartet. Oh yeah, we all have our own. We all go out and preach and sing ourselves.
I know that Mike, obviously preaches, and I get his when he goes live.
Yeah, Facebook.
Adam, and it was so funny. I remember Adam when he was with Gulf City, and he always, at that time, just seemed to be so quiet and just.
When God gets on him, he loses the quiet. What'd you just do? Did you just?
Camera's doing this.
Oh, here, hold on. Here, photobomb me. Here, turn around.
Photobomb Les.
Here, let me get out of the way. You go over there. That's Jason, everybody, right there, Jason.
Yeah, I got that little. Yep. How y'all doing?
DJ manager, right?
Station manager.
Photographer. Talk about your photography here real quick. Every time I turn around, you're taking pictures of, top college football players and coaches and whatnot.
Yeah, so I freelance.
What's the deal?
Yeah, so I freelance for different newspapers in the area and some online publications for college and high school sports. Unfortunately, I haven't had an assignment since March, and everything's in the air right now as far as what we're going to do for high school stuff. Mississippi High School Sports Association, they're saying we're going to have football, and we're going to have some junior college, and we're waiting to see what happens college-wise. But it's just a hobby I picked up, and a friend of mine was a newspaper, a sports editor for different papers, and asked if I'd be interested in doing it, and so I get paid doing a little hobby.
You do it good too, man.
I appreciate it.
You do good pictures.
Well, I've got something coming in today. Supposed to be delivered. I'm getting lights and stuff because I'm gonna start doing some portrait stuff. So,
Okay.
Hey, if there's any artists close by to Murray, Mississippi, I might could help do something.
You heard the man. Do you? Where can people go see some of your photography work?
Fourth and Goal Photography on Facebook.
Fourth and Goal Photography.
93.1 FM.
Back on the air.
WMER and Bold in the Boat. Yes, and that is a group you are promoting.
Fields of Grace.
Yes. So, you have Butler Music Group.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about the groups that you are basically that you're promoting, and also the ones that you're, I guess, recording, that you're producing.
Yeah. Boy, we are swamped in the studio right now. Matter of fact, we've simply never been busier. I've done this 42 years, and our production work is at its very peak right now. And then on top of that, yes, all of the stuff that we've got out already. On my label, for example, I've got, let me see if I can just remember everybody. We've got Barry Rowland and Deliverance, Heart to Heart, Heaven's Mountain Band on the bluegrass side, Old Time Preachers Quartet, Williamsons, and myself. And then on the Butler Music Group side, I'm trying not to cough, Glenn, doing my best. And matter of fact, on this tour, let me just tell you who I brought with me. They've all contributed things for the tour and CDs and knickknacks and stuff and really, really cool things. So Bama Bluegrass, which is incredible bluegrass gospel. Bachelor Family, wonderful family from Oklahoma. Chelsea Estes and Sherry Taylor, two what we call in Nashville girl singers.
Yes.
Of course, I'm talking about female soloists, but in Nashville, they're called girl singers. And Fields of Grace, whom you just heard. The Goulds, we're finishing up a brand new record on the Goulds. Going to be their best effort ever. I mean, Tim and the gals just sang. It was great. Already said Heart to Heart. Heaven's Mountain Band already said that. Millers from Virginia, a family group. Wonderful. I mean, they're talented. Paul Bolin from Ohio. We're doing his record right now. Thurston's, Tim Davis, more bluegrass. Tim Livingston, a fellow DJ. And I'm his producer as well. And boy, he's had, I don't know how many top 20 singing news hits over the last 2 or 3 years that we've been working together. Then, of course, the Williamsons, Old Time Preachers Quartet, and myself. So there's a bunch of them.
And when you were talking about Tim Livingston, there's a song that sticks out in my mind, and it's the song that he put the voice message of his dad.
Oh, it was powerful, man. When we were doing that in the studio, then he sent that piece in and I slid it in. Man, we just had a time. It was good.
It is amazing. Now, when you leave here, of course, now there's another subject that we were talking about, and that is NQC.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks, it was sort of interesting. First time I went was 2018. First time I was like a kid at Christmas.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And as I was sitting there, I was like, hey, that's Les Butler up there playing the piano. I was like, wow. I was saying that you have irons in the fire and a lot of hats, but man, I was like amazed that you were sitting there playing with some of these, and it was just like, dong. I'm like, you're great. I mean,
I appreciate that.
God has really blessed you in a huge way.
Well, I won't argue that. I am greatly blessed.
And I'm sort of double teamed here, 2 preachers. So I don't know.
Yes. If you're not saved by the end of this interview, you will be, one way or the other.
That's true. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday and he said, are you the preacher? I said, no, I'm a reprobate. I'd be a reprobate than an infidel. But
Yeah.
Well, let me get serious now before some people tend to. I am saved by the blood, okay? I already got my ticket punched.
Good.
It's not fire insurance.
Yeah, okay.
But, so what, we were talking about the Old Times Preacher Quartet.
Right.
Now, you have, and of course, we featured them on Quartet Friday.
Okay.
And the project is really, it was really great. Now, of course, at that time, Bob Sellers was singing lead.
Yes, sir.
And Bob stepped away to get more involved in his solo
Yes,
career.
he's
Now,
very busy before the coronavirus hit anyway. Now, none of us are busy, but yeah.
You're cutting grass, I guess. But what about who stepped in?
Adam Borden. Yeah, you remember Adam as a bass player with Gold City for over 11 years, but he's a fine singer, great preacher. And so it's myself, Adam, Tim Owens, and the best bass singer to ever walk on a stage, Mike Holcomb.
I remember Mike with the Inspirations here in Meridian, Mississippi. I guess it was 48 years ago. It was back in 72, 73.
Yeah.
And they were at Kate Griffin Junior High, and they came out, and Mike was just that tall, skinny guy.
Yes.
It was amazing how that bass voice would come out of that kid.
Absolutely amazing. I agree.
And, but Mike, if you are on Facebook, I don't know who isn't on Facebook, and you can tell I'm very animated with my hands.
I typically do the same
I've
thing.
been told if I had my hands tied, I couldn't talk.
Yeah.
But Mike is on Facebook, and Mike is, I mean, I've heard him preach.
Oh, yeah.
And man,
Yeah, he's a preacher.
He is just an amazing, but I mean, he is just down to earth. And also, for those people who are not aware, Mike has Mississippi connections.
Okay.
Yeah, because his wife came from the Lucedale area.
Okay. Yeah, Boo. We call her Boo.
But, so now,
Matter of fact, I thought I saw him jump on here a few minutes ago.
he,
Yeah, they're on Mike or Boo or both of them are watching us right now.
but I mean, he is just an amazing bass singer, and
That he is.
Really, it's. But now there is a serious note, and when you were doing your Facebook Live yesterday on your trip into Birmingham,
Yeah.
I did put a little blurb on there, and heartbroke is the best way I can describe it. Brother Ernie Dawson.
Oh, yeah.
Of Airline.
Yeah.
Ernie was put up a courageous fight. Ernie had a lot of health issues.
Yes, he did.
But Ernie never. He kept right on.
Yeah,
trucking.
yeah.
And now he's where he has been singing about. He's home. And,
Right.
And
He just beat us there by a few minutes.
Yeah, but we're praying for Miss Linda and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it's just I didn't mean to bring everybody down, but that's just
Hey, it's not down for a child of God to go home.
Right. Too many times we try and pray to keep the saints out of heaven.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's really
yeah.
sad, John. Now, I'm going to do a song here for you. That,
Okay.
And I want to let you set it up for me.
Okay.
And it was a song by the Bishops that I heard originally.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is your latest release.
You can't ask too much of my God.
And
Amen.
How was there any particular? I know a lot goes into picking songs.
Yeah.
For a project. Was there something that just stood out in the song that just grabbed you?
Well, yes. First off, my wife and I have been singing it, excuse me, since the Bishops released it. I guess 30 years ago or something like that, or 30 plus years ago. So it's just always been a special song for us, and she's singing with me on this.
Oh, okay.
It's a friend of ours and me and my wife. And the reason I released it, because I had no plans on releasing it. I mean, the Bishops did it, and it was a hit, and why would Les Butler want to release it? Because I'm not the Bishops. They're far better than I am. But I just felt compelled to because of the day that we're living in. Wow. And I just wanted that message out. I mean, as we turn on the TV and we see people throwing rocks and glass and bottles and fireworks at our police officers and buildings burning down and the god awful mess we're in America. Right. I mean, let's just be real. I can lie and paint it up. We've never seen the days we've seen today. Never. This is. I mean, I love history, and so I have read a lot about history. I know a good bit about history, and as I've read about the Civil War, this is starting to be worse than the Civil War on a few levels. Right. We don't have the death of that yet, but we could by the time it's over with. However, all of that being said, if the remnant, the church, would get right before God, 2 Chronicles 7:14, turn from our evil ways, humble ourselves, seek his face, then and only then will he heal our land. But the thing is if we do that, it says he will heal our land. Correct. So I want to remind the remnant, the church, there's not too much that we can ask of our God, but we need to start with us. And then once we get us right, we'll see that there's not too much that God can't handle.
And it didn't catch him by surprise.
No, none of it did. No.
And let us get to that right now. This is Les Butler, and you can't ask too much of our God. Now, I'm going to do my funeral announcements.
Okay.
And take a break and let y'all.
Hey, folks.
Sorry.
We're Facebook Live here at WMER. We are in Mississippi, Meridian, Mississippi. And so we're on the air live with Glenn.
Hello.
We got Jason over here that's hanging out with us, the station manager, and he's on the air as well and does all kinds of stuff. And so we're just we're having some breakfast. Matter of fact, watch this. Looky here. Here I go. Yummy. Chick-fil-A. How's everybody doing this morning? Talk to me. Hello, Donnie Stevens. Let me see who's on here with us real quick. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Scott.
Is your aunt on?
Oh, she's always on. Mark. There's Ricky from Haleyville, Alabama. Hey, Daryl Ramsey. Hey, Mike and Boo. Is it Mike that's watching or Boo or both of you? Hope you're doing okay. I'm working on those dates, Mike. We talked about yesterday. Hello, Justin. Paul Hyde, what a bass singer. Rick Holt. Angie. Roger Thomas. Bob. Bobby Lynn. DJ. Ricky. Andy. There's my buddy Brett Bronson. How you doing, Brett? Andy. Loretta. Hey, Loretta. Love you like an Irish setter. Brenda McGlone. Nancy. No telling whatever comes out of me, boys. Just hang on to your hat. No telling what'll happen. There's my aunt. Says good morning. Patty Graham from Ohio. Brother John. Good to see you, sir. Got that prayer going the way that you talked about yesterday there, Brother John. Did that last night in my hotel room about midnight before I tried to drift off to sleep. And I'm joining you in prayer there, brother. We'll be doing that today as well, and for the next 100 days, praying for personal revival, praying for our president, Donald J. Trump, and praying for revival in America. God help us.
Amen.
Yes. And Brian's on there. Okay, so there you go, folks. We'll keep on, hit the old, what do you call that? Share button. I'm not the most technically savvy guy.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, I've done it before, but I can't think of some words sometimes.
It's a great song, Les.
It really is.
Thank you, sir.
I like it.
I'll catch myself sometimes singing it. You know,
Man.
just one of those. That's just one of those that you know, it's
Powerful,
easily singable.
powerful lyric, man. I love how Mark wrote it with the 3 different stories and then tying it in with the chorus, the 3 different Bible stories. And it's true. We can't ask too much of my God.
So I saw you voice tracking something in the studio not long ago for yourself. Well, what are you working on? Something for y'all? You or
Solo album, yeah. And hopefully we'll get it finished next week.
Now is this on that one or is this
No,
on your other one?
this is on my last one.
Okay.
Primitive Quartet's doing one with me. Jeff and Sherry's doing one with me. Then I've got other people just singing the other harmony parts on a few things. Man, it's, my Lord, the songs that the Lord gave me. My goodness. Wow. I'm just blown away.
Do you think you're going number 1?
I'm so speechless over number 4, I can't tell you my name, so I don't know.
This-
Does it stand a chance? It stands a really good chance.
Yeah. Well, we got
It does.
We got it heavy. So
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
it's,
Thank you.
You know, I mean, and it's a great.
Whole bunch of folks do.
Yeah.
I'm hearing from DJs that that's what they're thinking is going to be number 1. And man, I don't know what to say to that.
It's a happy song. It's not a.
It's something that's perfect for this time because everybody's. Because I'll be honest with you, I've told you know we get so many songs sent in, especially early on in the pandemic. We talked about death.
Yeah. yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you know, we need something that's not always. I mean, I understand, you know, we talk about. Oh, now I'm getting on the camera now. You know, we talk about, you know, yeah, we want to die, we want to go to heaven, we lose loved ones, but as a DJ sitting here during this pandemic and being an essential
Yeah.
when everybody else is home and you're sitting here and you're being, our TV over here is bombarded with press conferences from the governor
Yeah.
of Mississippi, the mayor of Meridian, the president of the United States,
Oh, yeah.
and all
Yeah.
the doom and gloom and despair.
Yeah.
It was like, I told them one day, we got some new music in, and I'm like, man, I'm getting tired of hearing death songs.
Yeah, yeah. That's my wife and my daughter, when they both first listened to the entire record, they both said, the biggest hit on here is I Sang Myself Happy. They both said that. And so anyway, it wasn't the first single. It ended up being, I think this is our third single from the record. And so when it went to number 4, I came walking into my house, told Bev, I said, you ain't gonna believe this, man. The thing went number 4 today. The first thing out of her mouth was, I told you so. And then she said, right now in the day that we're living, nobody's getting anything happy.
Yep.
Nothing uplifting.
Yep.
And she said, this was the perfect time for this song to be out because they're hearing happy and they're not hearing happy anywhere else. So they want that. And I think she's right.
So that's something that, sitting back on this end of radio, and watching what music's doing what and charting right now, is when you sit back and think about, some of these projects were recorded 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I don't know the process of how y'all start choosing which songs are going to be, released when. I don't understand that process yet. But
nobody does, just so you know.
It's amazing. It's amazing how God had his hand in it on some of these songs that were released for now.
I believe that. I know for a fact that's the case with this song and with You Can't Ask Too Much of My God.
And then, I'm used to Crab Family, for example, Sin Revival.
Uh-huh.
That song came out and started peaking right at the beginning of the virus. And that's what every church was praying at that time. Lord. So it's just neat to see how God has his hands in a lot of this, and I'm not trying to knock some of those songs I was saying earlier,
I understand.
But
Man.
we want those things, that lift and encourage.
Yeah.
And that's where I argue with people that say, God don't have his hands on some of this stuff.
But
Yeah.
All right, the Sisters have got a tune called Still I Will Praise You.
Yeah.
And it's like, it hits, it's just amazing. I mean, you can go through, like the Tim Livingston tune, Make the Last Days Count.
Yeah, yeah.
There's music here that speaks, and it's just strange how you were 2 years out and all of a sudden now you're getting things that just are hammering.
Yeah, I mean, the quartet, we started working on our record 2 years ago. It was finished a year and a half ago, and
it's like
here we are.
I preached at a church yesterday, and I in my sermon, I was preaching on being certain in uncertain times.
Yeah.
And how a lot of people's anxiety levels are up here right now.
Sure enough.
And so, I told him, I said, God did not wake up during this pandemic and say, wow, where'd this come from? He knew this was coming. And I really think God is using this time because I'm seeing more families getting together and doing stuff as families. I see a lot of, people pulling together. I think God's allowing a hard reset on some things to understand priorities before he does what's about to do.
Josh and Ashley Frank's team, Sin Revival.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If that is not a top 10, then I'm off.
You're an astronaut?
I'm an astronaut. Yes, I am. Yes. Well, let's get back.
Unfortunately, we're going to talk about death here for a second.
How you doing, folks?
And we're back. It is 8:37, and we'll be. I've made the call, and we'll usually we do the funeral announcements, but we're going to hold off on that.
Okay.
We have the one and only Les Butler.
I better get up to the
in
microphone
studio with us, and we were talking about songs that definitely apply to today's situation, and what we were saying. It's the tune that we played, obviously, right after yours was the Old Time Preachers Quartet.
Yeah.
I
Sang Myself Happy. Yeah.
And that's what a lot of folks, Jason was talking about it. You don't mean to be, you're not critical. It's just that you want, a lot of folks are needing happy right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. They're certainly not getting it anywhere.
No. Yeah. Okay, I'll only say one thing about this, and I'll shut up. One particular Democrat today, yesterday, said that the riots and everything,
Mm-hmm.
he just said that was an illusion, basically. Tell
Really?
that to the people that got killed.
Yeah.
Tell that to the people who got a bottle rocket upside the head.
Yeah, and now has an eye socket broken and can't see out of his eye.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
But like I say, there was a Brian Free insurance song back years ago, and it basically just said one of the lines in the song was "Nothing catches him by surprise."
Yeah,
and,
right.
And I feel along with that.
Yeah.
A lot of folks, we get into, and I'm a preacher, and I've heard people talk. My pastor yesterday. We deal in too many cliches. I think the phrase "faith over fear" is a great thing. Okay? I understand that, but there are things that we like to hold on to, little catchphrases. We're in that 24-hour cycle of news.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just sad that and you have people now going like, well, that God isn't in control. Well, He is in control.
He sure is.
So let's talk about the Bachelor family. The Bachelor family.
Yeah.
We're going to be playing their tune in just a minute. Obviously, a tune that you were promoting, and where are they from?
They're from Oklahoma. And as a matter of fact, in October, we're going into the studio to cut their next record.
The interesting thing is, I find it interesting. You've got Master's Voice, you got the Williamsons,
Yeah.
Bachelor family,
Yeah.
all out of Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's talented, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, there's some great, and I mean Donnie Williamson, that bunch is great.
Yes, they are.
Also,
I think they're the finest mixed quartet. Now, notice I said mixed quartet, not mixed group, because there are mixed groups, and it's two different things. Mixed quartet with a bass singer. They're hands down. No one touches them in the mixed quartet category. Because right now, nobody has a real bass singer in their mixed quartets. Have you ever thought about that?
Claude Hopper is not a.
He's not a bass singer, and if Claude was here, I'd look him right in the eyes and tell him that, and Claude would say, "You're right."
Yes. Mike.
Now, Mike does pretty good.
He does.
He's a really good low baritone like me.
I heard you yesterday singing along with Evans Mountain Band too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I sing along.
But hey,
I can't help it.
Well, I mean, I think all of us do that in car, shower.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
I can do this.
Now, the Hoppers are great. Let me go on record saying the Hoppers are great. We're not talking about that.
No.
We're talking about mixed quartets that have bass singers.
And, one of from days gone by, the Downings.
Oh, Paul Downing.
was phenomenal.
Oh, man. That's an understatement.
He was, and another one that was surprisingly great was Rusty Goodman.
Yeah, what a range.
Man,
He's my all-time favorite singer ever. Number one on the ladder for me is Rusty.
Imagine what heaven is like right now with all the talent.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to hang out with Rusty for 1,000,000 years, and I'm going to go hang out with Kenny for 1,000,000 years.
And
Oh, yeah, it's happening.
The one that comes closest, obviously, that is still around, that compares to Kenny Henson, is Mike Bowler.
Oh, Mike's
Mike has,
incredible.
He can
One of my all-time favorite singers.
And also, there's something I was going to ask, but I'll wait on that. But we were talking about the Bachelor family, and I'm going to get their latest tune in here.
Put it in
We're
there.
going to play their new one. It's called "That's What He's Done for Me."
Thank you for the water.
Yeah.
I was just going to say something. Do we need? I backed off. Do we need to just hold off on saying anything about streaming until we?
Come out online.
Hey, folks.
Are we on the air?
Yeah.
We're hanging out in Meridian, Mississippi this morning. I'm glad you're with us.
You can say
We're at
where we were.
WMER with Glenn and Jason. And This is day two of my radio tour, and so we wanted to bring you behind the scenes to all of these stations and all the DJs. And we won't be in the stations for all the places, but we'll be meeting the DJs, and I'll bring them to you. Get to know these folks because they're the heartbeat of what we do in Southern gospel music. If not for the stations and the DJs, the music and the message of the gospel would not go out through the airwaves. And so they're critical. You want critical. They're critical to getting the message of the gospel out. And so just wanted to go and love on them a little bit because they deserve that and more. But I'm doing what I can.
Was going to let you know, you and I discussed one night, the night that I was going to feature the Old Time Preachers Quartet. Mm-hmm. You had asked about streaming. People,
Yeah, that's right. Right.
Well,
I was going to direct them to your stream.
I will tell you that Jason, our PD, will back me up on this. We got it in the works, and hopefully by the end of
We're hoping by the end of August.
1st of September.
Quickly.
We
Good.
will be going online, and we'll have an app that.
It's either going to be through TuneIn Radio or we're going to have our own app. Not sure yet. But
Okay.
this is one good thing that came out of the virus was that there was a company that came through Mississippi Broadcaster Association and talked to us and said, hey, radio stations, we understand, your need for stuff, finances are, because we lost a lot of advertisement during the pandemic.
Sure.
And we're still trying to pick that back up.
Sure.
And so anyway, we were able to get a good deal, so we can go streaming and stuff. So hopefully by September, we'll be there.
Awesome. Okay. So then the next time that I'm here, gang, you can have my Facebook Live on, turn the audio off or down when the music's playing so you can hear the music and still watch us in the studio. And then when the music stops and we're talking, you just turn the audio up on Facebook and you'll be able to hear it on the air too. So you can keep the audio down on Facebook the whole time and hear the songs and hear us talk as well. So that's cool. So be watching for that WMER toward the end of the month maybe for streaming.
That's going to be exciting because people, this group out in Texas, out in the Arlington area, the Amen Quartet, they were wanting to know about it. Ricky Carden with Down East Boys. Groups that you really would love that are fans of those groups that would like to hear.
Oh, we'd have brought a bunch of folks to your stream that day.
Right. Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And, but it's like Jason said, the virus did bring some good things out of it. I think that a lot of folks don't realize that God is still on his throne, and it brought a lot of folks, a lot of families closer.
Yeah.
And
It has done that, I think.
it has, rather than dwell on the downside of it, you look at the good side that God's going, he's going to, at the end of this, I pray that churches we as Christians will understand that he brought us through this.
Yes,
And
sir.
every time you go back to the children of Israel, they came out of Egypt, he's always brought us out. And,
They had some tough times during that 40 years, but they made it through on the other side.
and
And if they'd have just gotten right to begin with, they wouldn't have had to have the 40 years that they had.
That's right. And of course, if you go to Walmart, you feel like one of the children of Israel because you wander around like
Yeah.
they've moved everything.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Right now we're playing Chelsea Estes.
I hear that.
And
Another powerful voice.
Lord of
she
mercy,
is-
the
and
girl
a-
can sing.
And a sweet lady. I had
Truly.
an opportunity to talk with her. It's been back last month, I think. She's just a sweet lady.
I don't know if you play her or not, but if you do, another great interview is Sherry Taylor. Man, oh man,
Didn't
She's
I
a-
think Jason had an opportunity to interview her.
good.
at
She does ladies ministry too. I mean, she came out of a very abusive relationship, and I mean, God's done big things for her. On top of being talented, she has a real story, and she's an incredible communicator and does a wonderful interview. So anyway, if you play her music, that's something you might want to consider. I'm doing a solo record. Well, it's actually almost 2 records, 17 songs on a new female soloist, Joy Holden. Do you know Joy?
Oh, yes.
She, man, you talking about a powerful singer. Good night of living. So anyway, we're working on that.
Where's
We're
Chelsea
busy.
from?
East Tennessee. Man, she's
1390 AM, 93.1 FM, WMER, and that is Chelsea Estes.
What a
from
singer.
Tennessee.
East Tennessee, up in the mountains, real close to Bristol.
Yes.
Really up, toward Virginia, part of
tri-state
Tennessee.
area.
Tri-state area,
Yes,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
We've got one of the guys that you were talking about earlier, Paul Bowman.
Yeah,
We've got Paul coming up before
Great.
we get out of here.
great.
But tell us, as far as people, that are friends with you on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
but if there's somebody out there that's listening and saying, how can we get Les Butler's music? How can we get the Old Time Preachers Quartet music and these other groups?
Yeah,
Tell us how they can get a hold of the right connections.
okay. They can email me, Les, L-E-S, at butlermusicgroup.com. Les at butlermusicgroup.com. Any of the label stuff, you can go to familymusicgroup.com. That's familymusicgroup.com. Or you can call me about any and all of it. If you want to book any of the artists that we work with, give me a call. It doesn't matter. It can be all the soloists you've been playing to all the groups, and if they're on my label, if they're on Family Music Group or Butler Music Group or just independents, I'll hook you up with anybody that I work with and have them come to your church or event. And that number is 615-218-0517, 615-218-0517.
And the Old Time Preachers Quartet, I did see you did a segment about on Facebook, and any of the guys from the Old Time Preachers Quartet can do solo ministry.
Oh, yeah. This time has been tough on everybody, and I understand that. But I tell you what, for evangelists and for singers, it's been catastrophic. And that includes for our quartet. We had 100 dates on the books for 2020. And between March and the end of the year, if it stays the way that it is, my guess is we'll probably sing 7-8 times. We had 100 on the books.
That is taking a financial hit.
It's
a lot of groups.
yeah.
We're appreciative of the record companies giving us music.
Yeah.
But during this time, I would rather go online to a group's website, anywhere, and help support these groups.
Yes, sir.
Bill Bailey is doing something that is very remarkable. He's got something coming up August 4th we were talking about the Hoppers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to be a great night.
Yeah.
And, and of course, I'm leading up to swinging around, and we had talked about it off air, NQC.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the apprehension, I'm the eternal optimist. And I guess hopefully it's not going to cancel. I think we're going to see some type of remnant of that.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a lot.
Yeah, I hope they have it.
Clark Beasley is working feverishly.
Sure he is.
And also got a new. I heard him talking about a new parking lot that also has.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's on the south side of
Yeah.
the Comp Center.
Yeah, that's going to be very, very helpful.
Where
Very
if
helpful.
It's coming a flood or raining, you can always be under a walkway.
Yeah.
And of course, me, I park so far away, and
Adam Crabb is online with us, and he's asking me what's up, Les. Can I answer his question?
Sure.
Adam, I am in Meridian, Mississippi, WMER, with Glenn and with Jason, and we're on the air doing a morning drive show. So that's what I'm doing, Adam Crabb. Glad you jumped on here, brother. How you doing? Tell us how you're doing. Type it in there.
We love Adam.
We all love Adam.
Adam is.
On the count of 3, let's all say, love Adam. 1, 2, 3. Love Adam.
But Adam has really got a great solo career. And also,
Oh, yeah.
Also, he sings with that guy, that Gaither guy.
Yeah.
You know, hey.
Let me tell you, man. And Adam knows what I've told him for years. I used to be in management with the Crab family, tour in their band for like 2 years with me and Rabbit Easter and all that. He knows what I think of his singing. He can stand toe to toe with anybody that's ever stood on a stage and sang a gospel song, ever. That's what I think of Adam Crabb's vocal ability. He's maybe the best ever.
We had the opportunity to see him at Main Street Baptist Church down at Hattiesburg, and that was the first time I'd seen this version of the Gaither vocal band. And I tell you, Wes Hampton, Todd Suttles, Reggie Smith, and of course Reggie was from right down the road. He's a Mississippi boy.
Yeah.
Reggie is from Moselle.
Didn't he play football for one of the Mississippi colleges, or he got he got a scholarship for it? I don't know. Maybe he messed up his leg or something. He was a wide receiver.
We may have, if Adam is still listening, Adam,
He
you
is.
need to ask Reggie about that.
Adam, there you go. Ask Reggie and let us know if he was he got a scholarship to play football in Mississippi.
But it's those guys, and Adam, I've seen him with the family, and Adam and Aaron they're phenomenal, and of course Jason and the girls, Tara. And
Oh my goodness, they're all mega
But
talented.
Adam has such a wide vocal range.
Range and power and just
I mean, so.
he makes me sick.
No. You people who can sing are, yeah. But now we're gonna shut it down because
Okay.
we've got Paul Bolin standing by. Paul is, you said, from Ohio, correct?
That's correct.
And,
Yeah.
He's got a great song, and it is. I really like it, and not because you're sitting there, but
Oh, he's a great singer.
It's a great singer,
And he writes his own stuff too. He knows what he's doing.
and I really do appreciate you sitting in with me.
Oh man, Glenn, the honor was mine.
And,
Thank you.
It is nice to know that people are willing. You travel to let the radio people know that you care, and not.
Oh, it's critical.
And the thing is, Scotty Inman told me, he said, if it wasn't for you, Glenn, we wouldn't have it.
Well, Scotty told you the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I will be back tomorrow morning. Of course, I won't have my sidekick here, but I appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you,
And
Glenn.
here's Paul
Bless you.
Bolin, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Y'all have a great day, and keep it right here on
Oh,
WMER.
Adam. Oh, Adam, I'm not talented. No, here, I'll give you a Jerry Goff. No, thank you. No, thank you. No.
Is Adam still on there?
Yeah, he's on there. Yeah, he said, Les, you are very talented. And yes,
Adam,
he
when
was a
you coming
wide
back to
receiver.
Meridian, buddy? We need you back in Meridian,
There's Jason right there.
but we need you well when you come back.
Yeah.
Was he sick?
Yeah, I had to take him to the doctor's office.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was wrong?
Just
Sinus infection?
Yeah, sinus.
Man, I got one right now.
Yeah. We
And-
love you, Adam.
We really do. He is one of the.
Love Devil's Hand. He actually played Devil's Hand in the truck with us. He was just at a track
Yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He
Okay.
It was so, but he's so genuine.
Yeah.
He and
Yeah,
Aaron.
he is.
What's fun is trying to figure out which one.
Hey, Brother Stacy.
Yep. Doing that?
Let's see who's on here with us. Brother Stacy Piercy, preaching machine, singer, songwriter. Joe Fowler, great bass singer. Of course, we've been talking to Adam Crabb and Terry Hagan. Good to see you, Terry. Frank from Kentucky, good to see you. Paul Hyde, Redemption's Promise, question mark, question mark, question mark. I'm not doing the music there, Brother Paul. Steve Bradford, hey, Les Butler. Hey, Jason, you're watching with us.
I was earlier. Yeah.
Candace, Jason, and Steve Montgomery, and Scott, and Trey, and Steve Bradford from, speaking of NQC. BT Thomas, George, good to see you. Paul says, I have a new song that we're working on, Tears on the Father's Face, so pertinent for today. Get ready. Cool, Paul. Bring it on, my friend. There's Philip from Middle Tennessee, Dorcas Killinger McCoy. Did I say that name right, Dorcas? Dorcas, you have an unusual
It looks
name,
like
sir. Janet Tabor from Newcastle, my cousin. Newcastle, Indiana. Leroy Goodman, Larry Wolf, Donnie Stevens. Got to find room for God in there. He's still in control. Amen, Brother Donnie. That's a fact. Randy Griffiths, Jamie from my church in Murfreesboro, Jim Luckett, Donnie Stevens. What about an Irish setter? Oh, we were doing some Loretta Lynn there a while ago, but that's all right. Well, thanks, folks. We are, what are we going to do next? Do I need to power down my Facebook and then, are we doing something next?
His show just ended, so we can get together and visit or whatever.
Okay, we're gonna leave then, and I'll catch up with you a little bit later on today in the radio tour. Thanks for watching Facebook Live with Les, Southern Gospel Music, Memorabilia, Memories, and Ministry. God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see you in a few minutes.